What is going on, everybody? You are back on another edition of Ballin Over Beers. This is the NFL show, and it's schedule release. We're coming to you live, taped during the schedule release. But pumped up, NFL's here. I'm with my guys, AK Howe, James Fitch. AK, what's up, dude?
Oh, not much. I was just going over the Bengals schedule and seeing how easily we're going to go 2-15 this year.
Pretty easily, I'm going to guess. James, what's up, brother?
Breaking news, there are 18 weeks this season. Did you guys know?
That is new. I wish, I don't know. We'll get there in a second. Anyways, so we'll talk about this in a second. So first questions first. Right now, I know this isn't the right show, but I want to just get this out here. Right now, would you rather be investing in gasoline and lumber or Bitcoin and ETH? Just right off the top. Because what's going on?
I wish I had the hindsight to just buy up all the gas and lumber like months ago.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude, the people that are filling up plastic bags and totes with gas, what is going on with our country right now? Like,
what do you think?
Down and start over.
What do you think the most extreme item we'll see people put gas in? So we've already seen plastic bags. Like, where do you go from there? What's next?
Condoms.
just to get you by. I just got to get home, put the gas in the condom.
I'm trying to think of I mean, that's a big jump to me. Like, you go straight from like the portable gas cans to like plastic bags. Like, there was no like in between. It was just like
you didn't have a milk jug at home.
Yeah.
No, I was waiting for somebody to have like a backpack or something, like.
Oh, like a camo back, like a lined backpack.
Right? It's like, oh my God. People, dude, some of the pictures and the videos and stuff, I was like, what is going on right now? Anyways, back to football. Let's talk about that for a little bit. So the schedules are out, and we're coming out. A lot of the stuff, obviously, the schedule release show officially starts now on NFL Network as we're recording this. But like 10 minutes ago, all the NFL teams were releasing their schedules on their Twitter pages, basically. Right off the bat, let's talk about the week 1 matchups. Chiefs have the Browns. The Bills have the Steelers. Other interesting matchups, I think it was the Dolphins and the Patriots, right? The Thursday night game is the Bucs and the Cowboys. AK, any games on the week 1 docket jump off the page to you?
I like the Cowboys Bucs. I was pretty high on the Cowboys last year, and I would like to see how Dak is going to come back from his injury and that offense and see if their defense can do absolutely anything compared to last year.
I'm interested to see Dak too. He was on an absolute tear last year before he got hurt, and then the last time we saw the Bucs was obviously in the Super Bowl, and their defense looked quite impressive. So that is a pretty intriguing matchup. James, anything week 1 wise for you?
I love all of the primetime games week 1. So your Cowboys Bucs game, the Bears Rams, I think is going to be an awesome game. So potentially, I mean, it's got to be Justin Fields, right? And then you got Matthew Stafford in his debut. Also, the Rams home debut with fans in the stands, I think will be pretty cool. The NFL is basically treating the season as so all the new stadiums last year that didn't get to have fans kind of get that showcase this year. So we see that Sunday night, and then Monday night with the Ravens at the Raiders opening their new stadium. I think that'll be a pretty cool game to watch too. So I think all the primetime games.
Are they only doing one Monday night game this year, opening kickoff?
Yeah, they switched to Saturday of week 18. They're doing, I think, a doubleheader that week instead.
Gotcha.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so they're only doing one Monday night game week 1.
Yeah, I like that. No, those are good calls. There are some interesting matchups really throughout week 1. I know I mentioned the Chiefs and the Browns, the Bills and the Steelers. I think the Chargers and the Washington football team, that's a pretty interesting matchup. You have the Jets and the Panthers with Darnold potentially going, to the Panthers and starting against his old team right away. I think that's pretty cool. So definitely some intriguing matchups there. When you look at the schedule overall, let's talk about our teams for a little bit because why not? That's the fun thing to do. Um, let's talk about the Bills first, okay? When you look at the Bills' schedule right off the bat, anything jump off the page to you again with that? I'm looking at the thing, and how many primetime games did they have last year?
Scheduled.
Wasn't many, was it?
Maybe one.
I was gonna say one, and then they had, but it might have only been that Thanksgiving game. I feel like, right? Because wasn't it like weren't people?
No, that was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago. Okay.
The Chiefs game was supposed to be Thursday night, and it got moved to a Monday at 5. So I think that was their only primetime game, if I'm remembering correctly. The Steelers game got flexed. The Broncos game, well, that was a Saturday afternoon. That was like one of those that could be Saturday or Sunday games.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so that's what's the thing to me is that right away is they have 4 primetime games: Chiefs, Titans, Saints, and then Patriots.
What's interesting about that is they're back-to-back twice, right? So they go Sunday night, Monday night, Thanksgiving, and then the following Monday night. So it's pretty cool as a Bills fan to see. I like the variety. I feel like you've made it as a team when you're looking at 3 or 4 primetime games, and just hopefully they live up to the hype.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is once you start getting the primetime games 3, 4, 5 number, you're doing pretty good. The NFL obviously wants to showcase you a little bit, so that makes a lot of sense. The question is when they play the Saints, who do you think's going to be playing quarterback? Is it going to be your boy Taysom, AK?
No, it's going to be Winston.
Do you see Warren?
I think Winston's what?
Warren Sharp's tweet. He tweeted out like the Saints have like 4 or 5 primetime games or something like that, and he was like, "Yeah, the NFL just wanted to make sure the Saints could showcase their $140 million gadget player or something like that." I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know why the Saints got that many primetime games.
Dude, famous man. Everybody wants to see Jameis Winston.
It's gonna be Jameis.
It is.
It's not even.
It's entertaining watching Jameis play.
Yeah, I gotta, dude. He could be good this year. I'm telling you.
MVP,
and he got the eye surgery.
MVP. I don't know about that. That's that would be interesting. That would be interesting. AK, anything for your Bengals? You jumped off the page for you. I mean, obviously they have a Week 17 loss. That's Kansas City.
Yep, Week 17 loss followed by a Week 18 loss to the Browns. No, they only got obviously
wins
the
up
one.
Until then, though.
Yeah, wins up till then. They got the Jaguars on a Thursday night game. That's certainly a primetime game. They do have a couple stretches of multiple away games in a row, but I don't expect much from the Bengals this year. I just kind of want to see Gerald Burrow come back healthy, and hopefully their line play has improved and just gear up for next year.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the big thing for them is the offensive line. You want to see if the offensive line is improved. How is Burrow's health? I think that's really quite big for them. Did you real quick? Did you see that the Packers just signed Blake Bortles? Do you think that means anything for Aaron Rodgers? And I haven't had a chance to look at their schedule. Like I said, we're just getting this as it's going, but I want to look at their schedule. Do you think that if you look at their schedule, do you think that says anything about where they think Rodgers will be? Because I think the odds right now are pretty heavily in the favor that Rodgers will not be the Packers quarterback next year.
I'm looking at the Packers schedule, time central. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 primetime games.
Okay.
Next year, Lions, Niners, Bears, Vikings, all primetime games.
Wow.
But 2 of them are towards the end of the season. The Bears is week 14, Vikings is week 17, so those could possibly be flexed out.
when Jordan Love's the starter, they're gonna say
Yeah.
nobody wants to see us.
They have a Christmas Day.
But
They have games on Christmas this year too. Oh, they did last year. They have a Christmas Day game at 3:30.
Yeah,
yeah. But I do think them signing Bortles is not a good sign if you're a Packers fan.
I
I
think
don't
it's
see why you would
insurance.
sign a third string quarterback. And what they want in return is possibly no longer a quarterback in the trade.
yeah, that's true.
I still don't think he goes anywhere. I still think he's a starting quarterback. I think the signing of Bortles is a low risk insurance policy because I don't think they think Jordan Love is ready to start. I don't think they know if he's ready to start. So I
Yeah,
think it's just a low risk flyer.
yeah, no, I that's fair.
I think if you're
Speaking
that
of Flyers, oh, go ahead, James.
I was just gonna say real quick. I think if you're that concerned, I don't know. You can do better than Bortles, right? I mean, he's the boat, but I mean,
He is that.
I don't know. I just don't. Your hands are tied, I guess, at this point. But Blake Bortles doesn't seem like the solution to me for a team. You don't go from Aaron Rodgers to Blake Bortles, but maybe they're just too maybe their hands are too tied at this point.
Yeah, it could be they just want Bortles to be the backup though if they trade him and then you start Jordan Love. But man,
Right.
seems like almost a wasted year. What were you going to beforehand?
Speaking of Flyers, I was going to say, what are your thoughts on Timothy Tebow?
Teeb, I think good for him. I see no issue with it. It's like he's one of the greatest college quarterbacks of all time, reuniting with his old college coach. Like he's willing to play another position, probably take a pay cut. He's probably not even going to make the team. Like to me, it's a whatever.
I can't wait for him to start at quarterback, but be able to play him in the tight end slot, so we can get that controversy going again.
Yeah, absolutely. That was
Trevor Lawrence is going to go down, and Tebow is going to start, and I'm going to be able to start two quarterbacks in my lineup.
Yep. No doubt. I think the prop for him for the year for over under receiving yards was 12.5 for the year. All bets count. So like if he gets caught, it doesn't matter. Your bet counts. Is what I said.
This is regular season, I assume.
Yeah.
What is is it minus 120 both ways, or is it like?
I can't remember what the number was. I'm sure it wasn't great. Whatever.
Because I would hammer the under on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to make it past the first week of preseason. Apparently he's in great shape though, but it's like when hasn't he been, in great shape?
Right.
If he made it to week 1 on the roster, would you be nervous about that bet?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. I would be nervous for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, you're betting that he's going to get caught.
Correct.
Yes. Speaking about schedule, is this the year that they start that you can stream Sunday Ticket on like Hulu or Amazon or whatever it was? Is that 2 years from now? I think that's going to be like massive for people.
I know they have Amazon Games this year, but I don't know about the Sunday Ticket.
And I think, what is it, in 2023, Thursday night games will only be on Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to
That's the only way you'll be able to watch it is through Amazon.
Right. Yes, that is correct. All right. So
you can I think there are streaming subscriptions for the Sunday Ticket through DirecTV now where you don't have to have like a DirecTV satellite. I think you can sign like an online agreement to just stream it. I know they've always had like a Sunday Ticket for college students. And I'm just trying to do some quick research, but
I can't remember.
I know what's that?
I was just saying, I feel like that, like right now, DirecTV has you like just by the balls basically because they're the only ones that have the rights to the Sunday Ticket, and like once that changes, like it's going to be able to be cheaper. Like I'm going to pay whatever for it because I'm a Chiefs fan and I don't get it locally. So like, but I feel like so many more people are going to have access to it and watch it. And I think it could even help like fantasy and gambling grow even more than it already has. Cause like people are going to have streaming abilities. Everybody now is getting some sort of streaming ability. So
They still have a contract. The DirecTV contract for NFL Sunday Ticket expires in 2022.
So I'm reading that Hulu can carry Red Zone and NFL Network this year, and in 2022 they're going to get the Sunday Ticket. So this year's Red Zone only.
Red Zone only. Okay. So that makes sense. I thought there was like a little delay.
Yeah,
In whenever
that's
the
similar with Spectrum too. With Spectrum, you can get Red Zone, but you can't get Sunday Ticket.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because that's where Spectrum people, unfortunately.
Yes, but getting the Sunday Ticket's big. I mean, getting Red Zone's big. I love Red Zone.
Yeah, same.
My season last year was the first season in several years where I haven't had the Sunday Ticket. I made the switch to just doing like Red Zone, and there were certain weeks where like I wanted to be able to just flip to a certain game here and there for fantasy perspectives instead of being at the mercy of like what Red Zone shows me. But overall, I'm good with like a 2 TV setup with like, I've got my Bills game on one TV and then I've got Red Zone on the other TV. Like that works for me. But I don't know if given the choice to like if Spectrum were to all of a sudden offer a Sunday Ticket, I'd probably jump on it.
Right. And like for you, it's good because you're local. You can get every single, Bills game. So Bills
That's a good
Red
point.
Zone for you is solid. Like with me, I have to be able to get the Chiefs
Out of market.
Yeah, I gotta get the Chiefs because it's on the market. But I'm just gonna pull up the most meaningless thing, but we're gonna talk about it. And it's
Can't wait.
strength of schedule.
Oh, my favorite.
I know, I know. You love it. You love it. All right, we'll bring up. Let me see here. So strength of schedule.
Bengals have to be pretty high because they play in the best division in football.
Do they play in the best division in football?
No.
They play the Browns, Ravens, and Steelers. I wouldn't want to play 3 other teams.
That's pretty good. That's pretty tough. That is pretty tough. I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. All right, let's take a look at this.
I mean, it's not like the AFC East in the 2000s, but
Yes, clearly not. All right, strength of schedule. Hardest schedule. Steelers. That's kind of surprising. Well, not really. Steelers, Ravens, Bears, Packers, Vikings, Bengals, Lions, Raiders, Browns, Rams is your top 10. Bills are 23rd. And then the easiest schedule is the Eagles. And then the Cowboys are 31st, which makes sense because they play each other.
And they share the divisions that they're playing too.
Exactly.
yeah.
So there's
But-
correlation there.
I don't think the NFC East is going to be as bad this year as it was last year, though. So
No,
if each team improves by 2 games, you go from the 31st or 32nd to the 20th, just with your division getting any kind of better.
I feel like each one of the, excluding the Giants, I wouldn't say the Giants got like a lot better, but I feel like with that coming back in Dallas, them getting some, defensive help through the draft, I think the Eagles adding some talent on offense. They have like 16 running backs, so they're good there. The Redskins actually have a quarterback.
The football team.
Sorry, I just dropped a hard R, man.
Dude, we're going to get canceled.
Money in the hard R jar. They're going to be in a really good spot. So I don't know. I think that'll be a fun division to watch from an outsider's perspective. I wouldn't know who to bet like as the winner. I think the football team is they're probably the favorite right now, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might place the Cowboys versus the Chiefs Super Bowl bet again.
Again, like last year, pull the trigger on it again.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Their defense still
the
makes me
Cowboys.
nervous.
Cowboys.
Yeah. I'm just a big believer in Dak.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
You want them in Dynasty?
I'm going to be drafting him in a league in about 2
That's
days.
not what I meant.
All right, let's look at the lines here for the opening week. Got the thing pulled up now, so I'll talk to you first. The first game of the year, Cowboys Bucks. Bucks are 6.5 point favorites. Over under is 52.
That number goes closer to 0 as we get closer to kickoff, correct?
It's got
6.5 seems way too high.
much.
Yeah.
Especially beginning of the year. I don't know. That seems like a lot. It's minus 112 for the Bucks at minus 6.5.
I forget the stat. It's like 13-4-3 or 13-3-4 for defending Super Bowl champs against the spread in this spot.
Oh wow.
The last like 20 years. So it's betting the favorite has been very profitable.
Yeah.
But I just minus 6.5 is just too much.
I would agree with that.
4 months.
I agree with that as well.
4 months from week one, I think it's just too high. I mean, a lot can change, obviously injuries and things like that, but I would not feel comfortable betting Tampa Bay minus 6.5 right now.
No.
It could be a good spot to jump on Dallas because I think that number shrinks.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Another interesting one here. Green Bay, New Orleans. If you had to guess without looking, who do you think the favorite is in this one?
Well, by you saying that, it's making me feel somehow the Saints are the favorite.
Because like isn't Denver like the favorite to land Rodgers? So their number to win the division is a lot like higher than it should be or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Packers are plus 2.5 right now.
What are the odds that it's Taysom Hill versus Jordan Love? Can I bet that?
Can you imagine if
What would that be?
Woo, that's one of the 425 games too. So it's
let's create a line on the spot here. That's for those two quarterbacks to be starting that game plus 2,000.
Yeah, it would be.
Is that am I like even close?
No, I think that's fair because
Yeah.
I don't think that there's any chance that Taysom starts. I really don't.
Yeah. But injuries, man.
I mean, that is true. There is that aspect of it, but I just think there's absolutely no way that
Jameis could get caught stealing crabs again and get suspended or something.
He does love crabs. That is true. Let's see. Chiefs game has already dropped a half point. Chiefs were 6 point favorites. Now it's 5.5 against the Browns.
Okay. I've seen a lot of like the Bills were 6.5. I've seen anything from 5.5 to 6.5, like depending on the book for like the Bills Steelers. And I don't know, like I don't usually pay attention to lines this early, but to me they seem really inflated.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's normal.
I don't know if that's normal either, but it might just be like the hype. You know what I mean? Like the hype of the around surrounding these teams. Like the Browns are a pretty hyped up team right now. So, Bills are minus 6 for what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Over under 50.5. I mean, do we think the Steelers are going to be good? Like, to me, I don't know.
Their defense can't. I don't think their defense is going to be as good, and I think that was the strength of their team last year. I think at least for most of the season, they have questions on the offensive line. I mean, Najee Harris, we all know, is going to go for probably 2,000 yards, 20 touchdowns.
Yes, strictly helping your dynasty team.
I don't think Big Ben's going to have I think he's going to have an average season. I don't think he's going to be terrible. I don't think he's going to be great. They have great receivers. I think their offense is going to be fine. I think it's the defense that. I don't know. I'd be curious to see what that looks like.
Yeah, I think that's my thing too. Is Man, their offensive line and Ben can't move like he used to. Like, are they gonna be able to run block at all? Which they couldn't last year to help Ben. I don't know. Seems iffy.
I saw a question on the Twitter. Who would you rather have in Dynasty, Deontay Johnson or Devontae Smith?
Deontay Johnson, right?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
How old are they?
Oh, you're asking me. Yeah, Deontay Johnson or Devontae Smith.
It's got. Did you say Dynasty?
Yes.
Then it's got to be. It's got to be. Man, that's tough.
Johnson, I believe, is 25. Smith is like 22.
See, that's where I'm like, I don't know.
That's tough.
I don't know, Jim.
I don't know. To me, like this coming year, I still think Deontay Johnson is going to get like 1 billion targets like he did this past season.
Right.
With Juju on a 1-year contract too, I think Juju. I thought he was gone this year, and I think he's gone after this season. I think with him potentially going, I think that opens up the door for more opportunity. So I go with the experience.
What's it's a big question mark at quarterback once Big Ben leaves.
That is a valid point because they did nothing in that area to improve for the future.
I mean, it's a question mark right now, though, in Philly, right? With Jalen Hurts.
Right.
And, like, we don't know what he's going to be.
I think he'll be fine.
I thought it was a good debate.
That is interesting. That is an interesting debate.
I'm playing Jalen Hurts solo every week in DFS. Until he reaches like $9,000.
Dude, he's gonna like the first week he's gonna throw for like 175 yards and a touchdown, but he's also gonna have like 100 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Exactly. And we'll never see him below like 7K.
Right.
They play the Falcons the first week. The Eagles do. The Falcons are 3.5-point favorites. The Falcons defense isn't good, right?
No.
So like
no.
Hurts could do some good things for fantasy in the first week, and that would really, really crush his DK price for the rest of the year.
That's low key going to be like the stat game right there. That Eagles Falcons game.
Yeah, for sure. You stack the Eagles side or the Falcons side, then you can run it back with somebody on the Eagles, or I think the play is play Jalen Hurts naked, and then you play Julio, Ridley, and like Pitts.
Yeah.
And then
one of the 6.
Unless Julio gets traded to Kansas City.
They go, ooh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Like that.
No, I'm. It sucks that it's 4 months away. I'm so excited for, DFS, betting, fantasy, like drafts. Like,
yes,
it stinks that the league is so good at marketing their product. They have the draft. They have this big hoopla tonight with the schedule release, but then it kind of dies down. I mean, there's training camps and stuff like that, OTAs, but
very frustrating. They
need to think of something else like every 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it in the forefront. That's why I got to start doing best balls just to start drafting and doing fantasy things.
I've still never
they
done
should add. I like best ball. The NFL should add like a week in July that it's like half dead cap savings if you trade a player this week.
Just to keep everybody occupied.
Yeah. Just because it would lead all the speculations and who would get traded. And that week, I think you would actually see more guys getting traded. Like if you're only losing like half your cap, like someone like Julio, it's not going to cost you as much to get rid of.
All right. Let's look at the win totals here for the bets. So Cincinnati.
Hold on. AK, have you looked at these?
No.
I have not either. Can we guess?
Yes, absolutely.
Which team?
We'll go Cincinnati first. AK, we'll give you the first guess since it is your team.
Well, there's 18 weeks in the hole. You got to put that into consideration. I am going to say 17. No, 6.5.
James?
It's probably what I would have guessed. So to be different for the sake of this, I'll go 5.5.
AK and James, you both would have had it at 6.5.
Damn it.
Sorry, I had to reach down
Yes.
to grab my pen. We're going to keep track of score here. AK's up 1. AK's up 1. All right, let's go to the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo
So I
Bills.
start.
James, it's your team, so you can guess first.
I'm going to go 12.5.
AK?
I was gonna go with 11.5.
11 is the win total for the Buffalo Bills.
That's weird that it's an even number.
I was going to ask if there are even numbers, but I didn't want to get an unfair advantage. But now we know. I don't know why they do that.
Yeah, that is weird that
Yeah.
there's a bunch of them right in a row too. All right, we'll call that a no win because neither of you got it. Let's look at the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, we'll go with back to AK first.
I'm gonna say 12.
James?
12.5.
12.5 is the number. We are
Ooh.
tied up 1-1. And that is the highest win total on the board per any team.
Need a rubber match. Give us a random team.
Yep. Random team.
Go Green Bay.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah, that's why.
Green Bay. And it's whose turn to guess first? AK's? Or
Mine.
James? James?
Oh
Can't
boy,
hold on, let me find Green Bay. They might not even be on the board.
it might not be.
Baltimore, Carolina, Buffalo, not on the board.
I would guess 10.5.
I was gonna say 10.
As I said, that seems fair.
All right, pick a random team.
All right, random team is this one could be pretty tough. The San Francisco 49ers.
So I still have first.
Yep, you still first.
10.5. That's too
Okay.
high.
9.5.
10.5 is the number.
Let's go.
Damn.
I thought that was high.
James Fitch
As soon as
with
I said it.
2-1 to win. That's crazy.
I was figuring it was going to be around it's got to be midpoint, now that there's 18 games and somewhere around there. But then I was thinking 10.5.
Yeah.
It's probably closer to 9.5 or 10. But what do we think for that? 10.5, over or under? I think over. No, I'm gonna go 10. So just under.
That's why I said that's a tough one, man. Because it's with Garoppolo starting, they're the same team as they were last year, right? They'll be better than last year because of all the injuries and stuff. But
they just had so
Right.
many injuries. Yeah,
I know
think
who they are though.
But the Rams got a lot better.
Rams got better, sure. Cardinals got better.
Right.
Seahawks, did the Seahawks get better? Not really.
they didn't get better or worse.
Yeah, they just kind of stayed the same, which isn't good because they couldn't block anyone last year.
They didn't have a first round pick, right? So
No.
the Jets had their pick.
I would take the under. I would take the under, I think.
Yeah, because they could still be a 10-win team and you win that bet.
Exactly. That's my thing.
It's gonna be so weird seeing 10-8, 9-9, the Jeff Fisher records.
Yes, that is crazy. Let me look at division winners because I want to see what the Packers are still for the NFC North. The Packers are still the favorites at -134, and the Broncos are 7th at +500. The Chiefs are -305 to win the division.
Who's -305?
The Chiefs
Chiefs are.
Chiefs are -305 to win the division.
I'd feel somewhat comfortable laying that. I think the Chargers would make me a little nervous, but
Yes, I think that's the. I think the Chargers are going to be. I mean, we go through this every single year with the Chargers. I thought the Chargers going to be good. The Chargers going to be good, and then the Chargers are who they are. All right.
Yeah,
Anything else? Any other bets or anything you want me to look up or?
what are your top 5 super flex tight end premium rankings? I have picked 3 coming up. That's why I'm curious of what your guys is.
Super flex, top 5 tight end.
this is
No,
not,
it's a super flex league.
Oh,
Tight end
Tight
premium.
end premium. What top 5?
Yeah,
Is it just overall or rookies?
overall.
Overall.
Brand new league.
Super flex.
It's actually tight end like super premium because it's 8 points receiving touchdowns for tight ends and 2 point receptions. Everyone else is just 1 point receptions.
Wow.
do you even have a tight end in the top 5 though? Still?
No.
No,
I don't think so.
I mean, Mahomes is in the top 5.
Christian McCaffrey.
Dak, Allen, Kyler.
Mm,
No Allen.
I'm trying to think of who's QB2. That's hard.
Rodgers.
There's just so much
In
uncertainty.
a dynasty league?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
In a dynasty league, though,
I think Dak is QB2.
coming off the injury, though, you don't want to. That's tough. Burrow, Trevor Lawrence.
Not Trevor Lawrence.
I mean,
No,
Burrow's
Trevor
got to
Lawrence.
be a thought there, right? In the top 5 for dynasty. I can't even think of like players right now. Like receiver wise, you're thinking like Tyreek Hill.
No, I don't know. I'm not trying to be a homer, but I think Allen's got to be up there, probably in the top 5. Allen or Murray with the rushing capabilities.
So Mahomes,
Yeah.
Allen, Murray, McCaffrey.
McCaffrey's got to be in there.
Barkley.
I don't like Barkley, but
No, me neither.
I think you could make Kittle's 31 or Kittle's 27, Kelsey's 31. I'm just trying to think if you can make a case for a tight end based on your scoring system, but I still don't think top 5 you can do it.
I think Kittle's gonna go early.
Like to me, it's still Kelsey. Like
AJ Brown's got to be up there, right? He's only 20. He's 23. I didn't realize that. I just looked it up. Like, he's a stud.
yeah, he's good. I could see the Titans taking a little bit of a step back though.
I said that last year too, and all they do is pound the ball with Derrick Henry and then throw bombs.
I think Derrick Henry is going to have a regression year. It's just going to catch up to him. They have a new offensive coordinator. I don't know.
So what about guys like Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Jonathan Taylor?
Too old. Well, Jonathan Taylor maybe. I think Cook and Kamara are too old for me to want to take that early in dynasty.
Devontae Adams, DK Metcalf, Justin
Too old.
Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson's intriguing.
I think he's up. He's 21. AJ Brown's 23. But you look at Devontae Adams, who's 28. I would take AJ Brown over Devontae Adams. I would take Justin Jefferson over Devontae Adams.
Nick Chubb.
With Hunt there, I still get nervous about that.
Cam Akers, 21.
Cam Akers is up there. Not in the top 5, but I think you're looking at probably 3 or 4 quarterbacks and a running back and a receiver.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
I'm actually just hoping to trade down, but everyone always wants to trade down.
Do you like Allen over Murray?
I like Allen over Murray. Justin does not.
I don't. Man, they're
I-
close.
I think they're
Where's
close.
Lamar? Where's Lamar in that conversation?
I'm just saying out of those two,
I know, but I'm just saying, like, Lamar's got to be in it with those two, right?
No.
I would take Dak
No.
over Lamar. Lamar's 5 to me. Mahomes, Allen, Murray, Dak, Lamar, Herbert.
I would take Burrow and Herbert over Lamar.
I agree with that.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't think Lamar's a bad fantasy quarterback. You're really hoping that you're getting some passing work out of it. And did you say 6 or 4-point passing?
It's 6 still.
So
like
that I think
that makes it a huge difference too, right? Like
that bumps Lamar down even more, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
because he doesn't have the touchdown pass, and like that to me, that makes guys like Mahomes even more valuable. Guys like Allen, guys like Murray and Dak, who are going to throw, 30 touchdowns.
Right.
Yeah, that would bump Kyler down a bit for me. I think more of his upsides with rushing.
Yes.
He's gonna have games where he has 1 or 2 touchdown passes, maybe even 0 if you have him in your fantasy league and it's in the championship game. He might not throw any.
You got to think though that
Timely.
with the weapons that they have now, like I'm being serious though. Like think about the receivers the Cardinals have. They have DeAndre
Yeah,
Hopkins,
AJ Green.
AJ Green, Rondell Moore, Larry Fitzgerald, Christian Kirk. Like
They don't even have Larry. Is Larry Fitz a free agent? He didn't retire, right?
I thought they signed him back, did they? Maybe not.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
Anyways,
Larry Fitz and AJ Green would have been a great duo 7 years ago.
yes.
Yeah, you're not wrong with that.
I think he's an unrestricted free agent.
Oh, I thought they had signed him. Maybe not. You think somebody will?
No. I think
Probably
he
not.
said he's only going to play for the Cardinals.
Oh, really?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Huh. Interesting. Well, should we give our predictions for our team's win-loss record?
Win-loss record and Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was gonna say win-loss and Super Bowl.
Okay. AK, you're starting, buddy.
5-12 for the Bengals
Okay.
and the Bills. And I am going with
Gotta get the jabs when you can.
Kansas
you get a
City.
flat tire on your way to work tomorrow.
Oh, I walk.
Look at you.
Hope you roll an ankle on your way to work tomorrow.
No, that I would do too. Then I don't have to work. I'm gonna go with Kansas City versus
Do it, you coward. Say it.
Dallas.
Yeah, say it. I love it. You got to double down. When things are against the wall, you just double down on it.
Yeah.
James?
We're doing all 3 teams.
No, just your team in the Super Bowl.
All right. I'm gonna go. This is so weird with 18 games.
17 games, right? 17 games.
Sorry.
Yes.
17.
18
weeks. I meant. I'm gonna go 12-5 for the Bills. Super Bowl, Tampa Bay, Kansas City.
Running it back.
Rematch.
Running it back.
I think the Bills are close. I don't think they're quite there yet.
That is interesting. All right. So I will go 13-4 for Kansas City. 13-4. And my Super Bowl will be Kansas City.
Of course.
I mean, they're good. They're good. I can. Boy, this is tough.
NFC is hard.
NFC South. I'm gonna
I
say
don't think it is.
you don't think so.
I think it's Tampa Bay.
You think Tampa Bay head and shoulders over everybody?
It's just Brady, like they have every starter back. Like their defense is good. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot can happen. Injuries, whatever, luck. But it's hard for me to bet against Tampa Bay.
I'll say Kansas City versus Green Bay. Rodgers stays in Green Bay and he goes to the Super Bowl for the storyline of the year.
That would make a hell of a story.
But they're going to lose to Kansas City. And Mahomes is going to solidify his place in the Hall of Fame, which he's already in there, but it would solidify.
No, he's not.
He is. He's a Hall of Famer. He could retire today and he'd be a Hall of Famer.
No, he's not.
No.
He is. Yeah, dude, I am not even like trying to be a homer. I'm saying right now, dead serious. I think that if he retired, he'd be in the Hall of Fame.
No, Kurt Warner has a better career than Pat Mahomes right now.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Mahomes has 3 years starting. He's one of two quarterbacks to throw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. He has an MVP. He has 3 straight AFC Championship games, 2 straight Super Bowls, and a Super Bowl win, a Super Bowl MVP.
And Kurt Warner had 3 straight NFC Championship games with 1-1 in the Super Bowl with an MVP and a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, and he was stocking shelves.
It's true. They did find him.
Right. Better story.
Better story.
And actually, he didn't bring the Cardinals to the Super Bowl too. So he's been to 3 Super Bowls.
And he was like 2 minutes away from winning.
Yeah.
Right.
That was like the greatest run by a wide receiver ever in the playoffs. That Larry Fitzgerald run.
Yes.
That Santonio Holmes catch has to be one of the best like clutch catches in all-time football history too.
I don't know if you can.
Yes.
You could still tell like his feet, like his.
No, I think it was pretty clear that he was. I have no questions that was whether or not that was a catch. I think it was definitely a catch. I think it's just phenomenal play.
So close. Oh yeah, dude. There was.
Was that the Super Bowl the Steelers won because the stupid Colts fumbled at like the 1 yard line?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Or they got the fumble and then some in the wild card weekend
No, that was the
versus the Seahawks.
Yes.
The Super Bowl with the Steelers Cardinals, didn't James Harrison have like a 99-yard fumble return?
Yeah.
Like right at halftime, like the clock ran
interception.
or interception.
All right, next week's show. Top 5 Super Bowls power rankings.
All right.
Has there been a good one lately? The Chiefs 49er one was pretty good for a little bit.
Patriots Falcons, Patriots Seahawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were spoiled for like 5 or 6 years in a row with like great Super Bowls.
Yeah. And then the Seahawks murdered the Broncos and that kind of ruined the good run.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
Excited for the season, excited for fantasy drafts. We just completed our rookie dynasty draft. I think I won that hands down. No, I'm ready for the season. Again, I know it's a ways away, but it's exciting to have these conversations.
AK?
Yeah, I'm excited for the season, and I know I'm going to go against every one of my rules and start betting stuff now, even though I should wait. But I just want to get some action in just to have 3 seconds of joy.
No parlays, no money line parlays, no teasers.
No locking up $100 bets on Super Bowls for 9 months.
You don't have to bet every game every week.
That's one thing I really want to try to be better at this year is not betting 11, 12 bets a week. Like try to cap it at like 4 or 5, something like that.
Find the ones you really like.
Good luck.
I know it's going to be hard and you guys are going to
over under 2.5 weeks for James to break that strategy.
Especially if I don't think we're in New York State. I don't think we see mobile I'd be surprised if we saw it by the end of the regular season. I've heard Super Bowl is kind of their target, but we'll see.
Just the target should be today.
In the words
should
of
be
Kane,
today.
let's go mobile. Let's go.
Let's go
Need it.
mobile.
Let's go mobile. All right. Guys, this is the Ballin' Over Beer show, NFL show, schedule release. That's James Fitch, A.K. Howe. You can find him on Twitter at Fitchy24, at Kenny Truelove. You can find me on Twitter at JDiz1617. Appreciate everybody being here. If you like three guys talking about random things in football, smash the like button on the way out. We got a lot of shows out there. We got many more to come. We're having fun doing it. We appreciate everybody being here, and we'll talk to you next time.